Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with your other hosts.
Tristan Walter.
Is it really? Is it really you?
Is it?
We haven't had you on. No, we actually had you on recently.
Oh, okay, I see how it is.
Sorry. I just can't keep track of who's on anymore.
I know.
There's too many of you releasing great content with me on Those Guys on the radio.
I knew you liked Satish Ram best.
He wasn't here this week. So guess what? You showed up, okay?
So who's the real
but
loser?
Satish is... It'll always be me. No matter what, it'll always come back to me.
'Cause you're always
don't worry.
here.
Yeah, I'm always fucking here. But anyway, so here we are. Don't worry, Satish and I will be okay. We'll be doing Raw sometime before WrestleMania.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, and it's funny because Tristan does not watch wrestling, so he has no concept of time of what that is. But anyway,
I know what that is.
Oh, do you know when it's happening this year?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It could be 3 months or it could be tomorrow. You don't know. Anyway, but what we are doing for you right now, if you don't know already, is Dragon Ball Super. We're jumping back in on that. So for Super, it's been a while, right? Because we wanted to do the latest Dragon Ball Z movie first, and then jump into the potential Super arc. However, we're breaking this up into episodes 15 to 18 for right now because as of right now, like those are the pre-Resurrection F arc.
Right.
There were some strange moments that appeared in like this random, I guess, filler arc, if you want to call it, that do appear in the Resurrection F movie, but they had nothing to do with Frieza minus one like spaceship scene.
Yes.
Other than that, nothing really had to do with Frieza. Like I love Krillin being a cop, but it doesn't necessarily relate to Frieza directly. And of course, even though we have Goku and Vegeta training with Whis, it doesn't correlate to Frieza exactly. So that's why we've kind of broken it down this way, 15 to 18. And then next time we'll be doing 19 to, I believe, 23 is when it's all said and done. Not 23, sorry. If it's 11, it's going to be 33 is what I meant.
Right.
Something
so
like that.
I have to.
Look, it's been a long
I have
day.
to ask. Can we like make a poll or something or somehow throughout our various social media accounts?
No one's going to answer. But what do you want to ask?
You don't know that.
Okay.
Who wants to see a crime drama with Krillin as a police officer? Because I know I want it.
That would be great, actually. Yeah.
I want that so badly. Like, as soon as I saw the scene with him taking the helmet off, I'm like, why is this not a thing immediately?
Yeah, he would definitely do very well in a crime drama setting. So, but sadly, it'll never happen. We don't get nice things.
I can dream, can I, Matt?
Oh, of course you can dream, but that's the point. It's a dream. It will never be reality.
We got Super.
Fair point. By the way, so here's how wrong I was. It's 19 to 27, so 8 episodes actually is not that bad compared to what we had before. And if anyone's wondering, what do you mean by that? The Battle of Gods arc was technically, if you want to count
Rehash of Gods.
4. Yeah, right? If you want to think of that as like episode 4, as the like, oh yeah, Battle of Gods arc started. It was 4 to 14. So that's 10 episodes. So 8 does not seem that bad to me. Like, I feel like I can stomach 8 episodes of, especially because I think, as we talked about before, or at least I talked about, I felt like Resurrection F was a bit lacking and could have had some more time to do stuff. So for that, 8 episodes is great to me. Right? That's fine.
It's funny. I would have made a joke saying, let's hear all the people that make jokes about the Frieza arc now. But there are 2 reasons why I can't do that. Because Rehash of Gods was still shorter, and Frieza's getting a second arc right after it.
Wait, what?
Because Revival of F, he's coming back.
No. Yes. Well, yes, but what I'm trying to say is Battle of Gods the arc wasn't shorter. It was from 4 to 14. That's 10 episodes.
Well,
19
I mean,
to 17,
it's still,
19 to 27 days.
it's still shorter than the original, like the Frieza arc in Z.
Oh, the original. Oh, both. Yeah.
Yeah,
Both are,
that's what I meant.
Right. Yes, of course. It's been a long day for both of us. We both can't get each other's very sophisticated, witty humor, apparently.
Oh, was I supposed to make a joke about that, or did that just
No.
did that just speak for
No,
itself?
apparently we can just be fucking silent on a podcast where talking is a thing. We could just take silences and just have everyone go, did the feed cut? No, the feed did not cut. It's just one of those days. No, but seriously though, so 15, 18, what was your take? Which episode did you like the most, right? And what's your take on the episodes as a whole?
Well, I can't remember which episode number it was, but I mean, I guess it's a tie between 14 with, or wait, was it 15? With Mr.
15,
Satan and going with the aliens that came down to say, "Are you really a god?"
15. Yes, so 15.
And the episode where Vegeta is trying to get Whis to train him,
which is 17. No,
right.
Well, it's 16 actually.
Right.
Yes, 16. So you like the first two the most?
Yeah, I
from
guess
the looks of it. Yeah,
put it that way. Yeah.
It's very hard. It's very hard for me to pick because even on the word filler, such very interesting things, and of course some foreshadowing here or there, and some nice backstory into the movie itself. I know that there's obviously, well, we haven't seen it yet. There's obviously, I can speak English. Obviously, going to be some things in this series that will be different compared to the movie, like there was in the Battle of Gods arc. But I still feel as if this, is some good backstory even into the movie itself because, you kind of just have Goku and Vegeta there. And it's not like it's a problem that they're there, and because, again, it's explained that Whis comes down to Earth a lot because Bulma has food and stuff. But it was still kind of just and it happened when you weren't watching, which is cool.
Right.
It's always cool to have adventures going on, in the background. But it was nice to kind of just to see the build-up to that, to see that, Vegeta got there first because he wants to surpass Goku. Oh, Goku's going there as well, right? Because, of course, he heard Vegeta was going. He, of course, wants to go. And before all of this, we have Hercule, or Mr. Satan, of course, taking credit for this Battle of God stuff because this hasn't been wiped from the Earthlings' memories. Everyone knows that something happened, right? God of Destruction, whatever you want to call it, something came down to Earth. And, of course, as always, he's taking credit for it.
And the whole fabric of the universe nearly shook apart. And
exactly.
You know what?
So,
the public actually noticed. Go figure.
They always notice.
Yeah.
We never see them noticing. That's the thing that's interesting. Think about it, right? Technically, even before all this Piccolo stuff, like Demon King Piccolo, even before all that.
Yeah.
Even barring that is what I mean. Like after that, if you start off with Dragon Ball Z, UFOs came down.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we just don't see them reacting to it because usually when we're on Earth, it's during peacetime.
Unless they're getting immediately blown up.
Right. But usually it's peacetime, I say, because, when we came back with Frieza and everything, it was pretty calm. Like when Mecha Frieza came back, everything was calm. And then even with the androids, everything was calm. And then, of course, like you said, they show up and then everything blows up. But, that's when we start to learn, to Cell, basically. But we don't see anyone reacting to it necessarily. Unless there's filler arcs. We don't really see, which technically, again, this is a filler. We usually don't see people going like, oh, God, no, this bad thing happened. Other than the Cell games, when it was like, oh, yes, this is the news. Or when they had the news reporters on the scene for Nappa and Vegeta. But usually, and the same when the Saiyan pod went off, when everyone was watching the news in the hospital. But we've seen them very rarely.
Good job,
brief glimpses. Yeah, right? So we've seen brief glimpses, but we haven't really seen them go, other life has come to this planet.
Yeah.
It's never really mentioned or brought up. So it's, other than Majin Buu, obviously,
which was
destroyed the Earth. That was wiped from everyone's memory. So if anyone in Super mentions Majin Buu, that's a problem. That's why they're trying to keep him hidden. Not because they know who Buu is, but because they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder.
But
I wonder if they hadn't done that, would anyone even believe that it actually happened?
That's another thing too, I think. I mean, you could have probably had them talk about mass hysteria, but at the same time, though, even with mass hysteria, if everyone goes, but that's the one, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Yeah.
It's like, but I specifically remember that pink blob, eating me.
And everyone else does too. It's kind of like,
right. Huh.
I understand mass hysteria, but everyone on Earth goes, but that's the guy. You know?
Yeah.
So it's good that we've kind of erased everyone's memory. Though again, at the same time, now it's kind of like, whoa, what's that thing? And it's like, okay, we still got to hide Boo a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, I mean, I think he appeared in Super, and it was just like, oh no, he's my apprentice,
Yeah. He's my apprentice from another planet. So we're okay with that.
Well, because Mr. Hercule, Mr. Satan says it's okay. If Satan says it's okay,
it's okay with me.
Yeah. Paid for by sponsors by Satan. Or paid for by Mr. Satan.
So when he's actually talking to the press conference about what happened in the fight, I love the fact that in his fantasy of this fight going down, he turned Super Saiyan.
Yes, he did.
You remember all those times when he was just like, those golden hair freaks, it's a trick, I swear. Now you're dreaming you can do it too.
Well, he was dreaming. He didn't describe that his hair turned golden, which is funny. He just described that he became a god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's a god. Everyone's sitting there like, he's a god.
Yeah. This was one of the rare occasions where we actually got to watch these together in the same room. So I looked over at you. I'm like, I swear, if he claims that he's a god, I am a god. I got up and walked out of the room.
You did.
I was like, I'm done.
You got some more pizza. But it was still great.
Yeah.
I feel like you were waiting for your chance. Just, if he blinks, I'm going to go get another slice. Fucker blinked. Just get up and walk out.
Oh.
But no, it was such a great moment. I mean, and of course we have the aliens come down to Earth, and in true fashion, I guess just like it's funny because sometimes people will say, "Oh, I saw this coming," as if it was a bad thing. Sometimes I understand that, but in this case, it was such a beautiful thing to just have Hercule go, "Oh yes, I am a god," and of course, immediately
everyone is okay with this.
No, not that. The plot gives him a test immediately.
Well, yeah.
Just, oh, really? Are you a god? Here's some aliens. And, oh, look, they brought their greatest warrior.
They want to give you this award for being a god. But before they give you the award for being a god, they want you to prove that you're a god by fighting their toughest warrior.
Yep, and it was perfect. You sat back and you went, this is classic. And then, of course, the one difference, though, is apparently Hercule has everyone on speed dial now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's part of the family.
He is, but it's just funny. Like, because, it used to be a thing where it was like, Hercule, it's Mr. Satan. What a kidder, right? Like, everyone in the Z team, it's like, oh, him. Now it's just like he actually has them on speed dial, like, please help, please.
He actually, he goes through the list. He's like, Gohan? Oh, crap. Goku? Oh, no. Vegeta?
Yeah, like, that's when you know.
He runs to the toilet and calls everybody on his golden smartphone. I can only assume it's a smartphone.
It was a golden, it looked like a golden smartphone, and it also had encrusted on the back Mr. Satan, or Satan.
Yeah.
It was great. So I loved it so much, and also the fact that you can tell that by calling Vegeta just the bottom of the barrel, like the lowest of the low, like just how, because like nothing wrong with Vegeta power level wise. I mean that so much. Like, would he even, if he did it, respond? If he answered,
exactly,
what would he have said? Please help me. Don't call again. Like,
you call this number again, and I will come there and personally destroy you in front of your own crowd.
I look like a giant cat creature. Go, fight me.
And just watch Vegeta fall for that. No, he wouldn't.
Vegeta would.
Vegeta
would. Wow, what big ears you have, Mr. Satan.
Although I love the fact that, lo and behold, when it's it comes down to the wire, Goku actually appears with his tractor,
Right.
saying, "Hey, you fixed this before. Do you think you could give me a hand? Bulma wasn't home." I lost it. I completely lost it.
What's really funny is the idea that, like, I need Bulma to fix my tractor. Bulma's like, can we get the cat that's on my dad's shoulder? I think he can fix the fucking tractor. I have to go.
Honestly,
I have to go solve world hunger. No, it's
yeah,
just,
right?
it's like, for fuck's sakes, you know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, I just love it. Just anything, like a tractor to Goku is like, it's basically a Capsule Corp creation. I mean, technically it is an old model Capsule Corp tractor. It is, but just the idea that, like, oh, here's this tractor, and it's like, Goku, I've solved world hunger several times, because after solving it once, people still manage to fuck it up. Because
then I
they're
had to
idiots.
do it again.
Several more times.
Oh God! And you want me
That's cool.
to fix your tractor?
Whenever you can, I'll wait. Do you remember that with Whis? I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. You're
Fucking
making this
shit,
very
Goku.
difficult to enjoy my dinner, Goku.
Okay, I'll sit over there.
Oh God!
Sit down. You done yet?
Are you done yet?
My God. But anyway, talking more about episode 15 though, yes, Goku comes in the nick of time, and I understand that some people may have been upset because this is the time where you could have really seen Goku fight again. It's filler. You could have seen him fight and just take care of this guy 1, 2, 3, or at least
it would have been
play with him.
Yeah, but
yeah, I know. And again, yeah. What? Yeah, we didn't really get to see that.
I
understand.
I don't even know if Goku could have just played around with him.
Oh,
I think he probably just would have punched him once, and that would have been it. Oh
fair
God!
enough,
Imagine he just like explodes. It's like Mr. Like everyone's just covered in alien chunks, and Satan's like, oh my God, it would have been better if I just lost to him.
Yeah. Now I called him my apprentice, and he just killed a man.
And he murdered him.
Actually, wait a minute. Oh, good God, he's not a man. He's a cat. Peter's coming after me now. Good God. I can't deal with them. I'd rather deal with the police.
Although, the one thing that I was really salty about is that apparently the weakness of these aliens was they were afraid of dogs. And B...
They were cats.
Yeah, fair enough. B comes out of Mr. Satan's limo and walks up behind him, and the warrior dude gets so freaked out that they run away. And they take the medal, and Mr. Satan gets the medal. The thing I'm salty about, B should have gotten that damn medal. Mr. Satan should have given his dog the medal, damn it.
Right. I mean, you don't know what happened at home. But no, I understand. I'll give you that. I was thinking he shouldn't get the medal at all. But yes, you're right. B should have gotten the medal.
But...
yeah, I'll give that to you. I'll give you that. So that was a little sad. It was sad that he got the medal in general, and then, yeah. What I think was the best part of the episode, I don't care what anyone has to say, Goku, the humor that they've given Goku over these last 4 episodes has been some of the best humor I've seen in any Dragon Ball adaptation ever. Like, I will admit, he was a little bit too impatient in episode, I believe it was 18. He was a little bit too impatient. However, again, it does tie into what Whis has been saying about him, and he is usually generally impatient. We just don't see him being impatient because he's usually fighting, right? So anyway, but still, the humor is just amazing. I mean, the idea that it's just, oh no, Chi-Chi's here. Punch me so no one knows I can fly. Okay. Punches him. Whoa!
Super Mr. Satan Megaton punch.
No, he flies, right? And then there's silence. There's nothing. Jumps up with the tractor.
Yeah.
I was so fucking dead.
Oh yeah, you died.
They did that. I can't believe they did that.
It was so beautiful.
I gotta be honest. Yeah, no, because here's the thing, right? I'm not trying to sit here and say that like you and I are the best writers in the world or that we're so super fucking funny. But we would have written that because of how hilarious and stupid that is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so happy that they have writers that are not afraid to put in something stupid like that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
Because-
like that honestly contends with one of my favorite all-time jokes from Dragon Ball series, altogether, was Krillin's fight with in the World Tournament. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was super smelly was his thing.
Right, yes, I know you're referring
And he's like,
to.
Krillin, remember, you don't have a nose! Oh, yeah! It's like it was that level. It was just so good.
Yeah, I have to admit, yes, it was on that level of either that or just, it was some nice Dragon Ball, I think, like a callback in a way to that, to that kind of humor. Just the idea of just, oh no, Chaozu's using his mental abilities, but he actually can't do normal math. What's 3 plus 2? Punch him in the face. Like that, or even though it was weird seeing, I don't know what the anime did, but I know in the manga they showed Bulma's bare chest. It was when Yamcha was fighting the Invisible Man, and they were like, quick! Oh, they threw red paint in the anime. Because it was just in the manga, it was like, quick! We need to,
make him visible.
Make him visible. And what they did was Krillin or someone brought Bulma there, ripped down her shirt.
Yeah.
Very visible breasts, by the way. Anyone gets the American version now, I think it's like a bra or something. I don't know what they did. But my original copy has breasts. And I was 13, and I was like, what is this? What is this? It's like, what are these? And
and Roshi's nosebleed.
Yes.
Yeah,
because
covers
anime manga
and Yamcha's able to see him.
Yes. I remember when I was actually watching it on Toonami, I was like, what are you guys going to do here? It's about 6 o'clock on a weekday.
Right.
What are you guys going to do here? Because, of course, this is before, at least for me anyway, being, I think, 13 or something at the time, not very easy to find anime on the internet or find anime clips on the internet. So at least from, to pinpoint them exactly, very hard, in my opinion, at the time. So it's kind of, at least compared to today, where it's just like, oh, I can find anime from any fucking era. Maybe not in English, but in any fucking era. So not trying to be like a whole, you daring kids thing. But still. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what are you going to do? I'm so confused right now. And then, they did the paint thing. So anyway, but so jumping back into, it was just such a fun thing, just blah, blah, and then he's gone, and then they're scared of a dog, which means that they have to run away, and Hercule won. I was hoping that he had somewhat gotten stronger in a way, but really, I mean, he was strongest in his prime. He probably hasn't trained that much since.
I mean, he's a grandpappy at this point.
Exactly, so it's not that he's like, I still think that I'm trying to think of what creatures that Hercule could, because I feel like at one point there's maybe a slight chance that Hercule could have at least not died when fighting a Cyberman or some of Piccolo's earlier goons, like Demon King Piccolo's earlier goons. Not died. I'm not saying completely wiped the floor with. At some point I feel like he could have done it. But now, with where everyone is, it's kind of like, nah.
See, I would have... What would be interesting would be to see Hercule in his prime against some of the prime contenders of the World Tournament when Goku was a kid.
Which is interesting. I do wonder where he was, because technically that would have been his prime. Or was he still a little bit older at that point?
No, I think he would have been younger at that point. I don't think, he still would have been, training. He wouldn't have been, world, I don't think he would have gone for the World Martial Arts Tournament yet. I think it must have been, a few years after Goku, left. Or...
Yeah. No, so I'm saying, you're thinking he rose to fame when Goku left, right? And had to deal with Saiyans on Earth and had to deal with Frieza off-world, and then comes back to the scene. And it's like, whoa, look at this Hercule guy.
Yeah.
Right? Although to be fair, it's funny. Even when they met Hercule for, Cell, right? Even though he was strong then, he still wasn't in his prime because he couldn't, break all of the... I still feel like he was slightly over the hill at that point. And then Boo came around. It's like, yeah, you can't do shit.
I would argue that the Cell games was probably like still his prime, but I would agree like as when Boo comes around, it's like yeah, he's starting to get like past the prime age of like you probably shouldn't be doing these fights anymore. You know, kind of like I guess like you would think like the like a retired wrestler that would come out or do a show.
Yeah.
You know, for that like for one event or something. You know.
Mhm. That's true. But of course, again, you know, sadly, everything else gets stronger, and Hercule wasn't even at like a Krillin level. Like Krillin could kick his ass at any point, I think, in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But
I mean, to be fair,
no.
Yamcha could do it too. I mean, maybe not in the Boo saga, but still Cell saga definitely.
Yes. I mean, Krillin is the strongest Earthling. I feel like you sometimes forget that, or do you not?
No.
I know one person keeps on forgetting that because they're always like, really, Krillin? I'm like, yeah. Like one of our co-hosts. So, you know, Krillin is the strongest Earthling. Confused me, too, because you look at Tien, you look at Yamcha, and it's like, no, but Krillin is the strongest Earthling, according to canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, 15, really fun. I loved it. You know, it was just really, like, just some good humor. And we move on to 16 that it was strange because I feel like a lot of people would be pissed at this episode because of the fact that Vegeta was pretty peppy, right, and trying to convince me.
Right.
But we did see this in Battle of Gods, so it's not as if this is completely out of nowhere. There still is a precedent, even if that precedent is still somewhat new.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I feel like by Battle of Gods, like, okay, Vegeta's like his personality isn't going to change dramatically. He's still pretty uptight and he's pretty like on edge all the time. But I feel like he's mellowed out just a little bit.
In certain ways.
Yeah, in certain ways. Like it's not like he doesn't have to blow up the planet if he in some way makes himself look less prideful, like being silly in front of Whis trying to get his approval for training by showing him different food shops. That we both agreed that Bulma probably already took him too, and that's how he knew of them. So why he thought he could surprise Whis with them?
Which is because here's the thing, right? Vegeta, very battle-hardened, battle-ready. He does have, I think he can, really like lay out a great battle plan. Sadly, we never really got to see him do that. We did get to see him fight, but not actually make plans. So great stuff. The problem is that, I don't know if he applies that to other kind of like logic. So he might be really, really good at that, but once it comes to a thing where it's like, Vegeta, who showed you all this stuff on Earth? Well, Bulma did, and then she showed, oh shit.
Right.
Like who else showed it to? Goku? Fuck that. They would have blown the place up because they'd be like, I'm eating more than you. No, I'm eating more than you. Oh, I took your food.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just Big Bang attack.
And they put the place out of business.
Because we've seen that happen before. Not the Big Bang attack, but we've seen them get pissed off over food before. So you look at this and it's just really funny. It's like, Vegeta, who showed you these places? Vegeta, what are you doing? So that was fun. The scene with Kibito Kai and Elder Kai, I think, was a great misdirection joke, and another one that was really dumb, but in a way that I just enjoyed personally. We all thought we knew what he was looking at, and it's like, what? Those are two rhinoceros beetles. What did you think I was looking at?
Right.
And it was like, oh, nothing.
Well, because he got, so excited in that old Kai way, and it was just I felt so bad for Kibito Kai, because it's like, Elder, what are you doing? Stop doing that, again with this. I thought we talked about this. And he's like, what? I'm watching these rhinoceros beetles.
Yeah.
What did you think I was doing, huh? You young whippersnapper? It's like,
good
his
God.
face was just so red. It was almost painful.
Yeah.
I was like, if he feels any more embarrassment right now, he will die.
Yes. I want to talk about Goku and Krillin's the flashback that they did, right? The reanimated scenes. were a nice
Yeah.
touch. I think that they were great. Not as if, had they played the old scenes, it wouldn't have worked, because those are cute too, right? The old scenes maybe with like an HD retouch, those are nice,
Yeah.
right? This was not retouched at all. These were newly animated recreations of the original scenes. Like, money went into that.
Right.
That frankly didn't need to, but it's nice that they did.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think you and I are so used to them just replaying old footage and other things that, like, had they just replayed the older stuff, we would have been like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it would have been fine with it.
Even with, like, a new dub, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, the audio's old, so we're going to redub it. It would have been like, hey, same voice actors anyway.
Right.
Right? Yeah, sure. At least in Japan. So it would have been like, yeah, sure, fine. But having to, like, actually hearing, like, sorry, not even hearing, just watching this and seeing this new animation, I thought, wow, that's really nice. Like, they had to really put work into this, and kudos to them for that in a filler episode of all, places. So that was a really nice touch. Another thing I want to mention.
Krillin's shirt just said tacos.
Yes, and it's in the ending song as well. So apparently he loves tacos for a while.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I gotta put a little context to that scene with the animations. Krillin actually goes to Goku because he was thinking about giving up martial arts, and he's like, I need to see how strong Goku really is. And he's like, I know you're a god now, but I need to know how strong you are. Like, do this as as
scary.
my friend. We train together. Punch me in the face. And Goku's like, Krillin, you're my brother, but are you fucking crazy?
His bones could have potentially just turned to dust immediately.
I know. It's like, I want you to punch me in the face. Really? 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 Really?
Punches him.
Like,
I thought he was going to punch him so hard. He was going to come back around the earth and hit Goku in the back. Really hard. And Goku would have been like, what was that? Oh, right, that's me. I did that to you. Like, the fact that he punched him and he only went through a couple houses
and a few boulders.
Actually really nice. Right,
and a few trees.
A few trees.
And over a landscape or two.
Look, man. That is calm. Goku could punch you across the earth, or potentially punch you
into
so
a different
hard
dimension.
You wouldn't have been you wouldn't have been in the actual the pull of the gravity. You would have been out of it, and then you would have been dead in space.
He would have punched him so hard he would have went into hyperspace.
No. This is my question for you. Okay, so do you remember when Goku would use instant transmission, right? Used it in the Broly movie, used it in the Metacooler. You remember how the animation looked while he was moving through?
Yeah.
Imagine that animation, except Krillin isn't running; he's being thrown backwards.
Just flying, yeah.
Just slow motion flying backwards through fucking Goku punched him so hard. He basically fucking instant transmission to Krillin to Supreme Kai's planet.
Yeah.
Or King Kai's planet.
Yeah, shatters another hole through it. It's like, I just fixed it from the last time.
Good God. It would be horrible. You know what's even worse? It doesn't even destroy King Kai's planet. It just destroys his car.
Again.
He's working on the thing for years, man.
Yeah.
But no, he could hurt Krillin, and I'm really happy it was just minor, quote-unquote minor, compared to, what could have happened. And then we get to see the nice relationship between 18 and Krillin that, we never really get to see. I mean, even in GT, right, we just saw that they had a kid, and that it was sad that Krillin died. Or at the time, I think he technically died. Yeah, so that's all we saw in GT, right? We didn't even see oh no, they love each other. I'm sure that they do, but even then, in a lot of the older, in the older films and stuff like that, it was mostly 18 being more so I'm just doing this for the money so we can get. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with her being a bit, rough around the edges and not as easy to connect, and Krillin being a bit more the one that isn't necessarily in charge because fuck gender roles, right? It was nice to see. But at the same time, I do think that it's nice to have that flip now because I think it is nice to see that, hey, while we did see that 18, we can also have an 18 that's just oh, sweetie, right? Because
Yeah.
they're a married couple. It's not like it's going to be like,
Right.
oh, you got yourself into this. Because then it seems like it's a bit abusive, you know, after a while.
And I mean, she did say that at first in a way, but she was like, hold still. I'm trying, you know, like, I'm
Yes.
trying to patch you up, dear. It's like,
exactly.
Why did you ask him to punch you in the face? He's like, I needed to know how strong he was. He's like, you're a good friend, and I love you, dear, but please don't do that again.
Yes. No, like, that's what it's like, yeah. Like, of course someone's going to ask, right? But I feel like, in a way, it could have came off more so like, huh, like, you're so weak. Why did you think you were? But it didn't come off that way. It was just like, oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
You know, which, again, is fine because, so that's why I liked it. It could have been different, you know. And
well, I mean,
yeah.
It's nice to see, like, 18 in a more comfortable setting, you know?
Yes. Not so much, you know, battle ready, even though I will admit, you know, in the Resurrection of F movie, while they did make a good, like, we talked about this on the show, with the Resurrection of F, it was a good way of, like, keeping her not in the fight. Like, oh, no, protect our child because that's the most important thing. But I would have liked to see her fight. And if we do, for some reason, let's say in the show, we're not there yet, so anyone who has seen it, don't spoil. But, you know, for anyone else either. But it would be nice to see her fight in the movie, let's say. Like, somehow the troops spill into the city, right? It would be nice to see her fight. Because, I mean, look, we have 8 episodes. We have time.
Right, yeah, let's use them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course we're going to have a decent amount of, you know, time dedicated to the fight on the front line, right?
Yeah.
But again, and I'm not saying that we should now, like, just have 18 go, actually, fuck our kid, and just fly away.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, you know, we can bring the fight to other people. Like, I mean, there were so many troops there that were fighting them. Some could easily slide away.
Yeah.
So I think that would be nice. Like, it would really be nice to see, like, more of Gotenks and Trunks potentially, or other characters that weren't really in the movie, but they exist in the universe, right?
Yeah.
And it would be nice to see them appear here.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a series, not just the confined movie. Because I do feel like Resurrection F was a bit confined in what they could do compared to Battle of Gods. Not worse, just confined.
Okay. Yeah.
In some of their cameos, at least, and you agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on to 17, this episode was weird to me because I feel like they were trying to go for the whole boys versus girls trope and the you didn't even want to ask the mom what she wants plot, which it does make sense for the characters involved. Like, the story didn't seem to not make sense to me. It just felt weird because I do feel like it was a bit unneeded.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, you know, having, go on.
I would have liked to have heard, I mean, I don't know if we actually got an opinion from Videl. I think it just...
We did. No, the opinion was, look, you know, I also have enjoyed some of the girlier stuff in life, but what matters is that I also used to fight as well. I will raise the baby how I want to. Like, I will raise the baby somewhere in that middle ground, right?
Okay.
And so she's happy. That was the point of when she said that at the end. And then I think Bulma said, when Bulma said right after, I think it was like, okay. And then, like, they came back to that scene, and it was just, you know, Vegeta's been off chaining with Whis. And then fucking Goku turns into the Kool-Aid Man. Again, some of the fucking best humor I've seen in Dragon Ball, like in the Dragon Ball franchise, in a very long time. And I like some of the humor in Battle of Gods and even Resurrection F. But my God, just the stupidity of Goku not even like breaking down a door or not even like just screaming what, just he's gonna Kool-Aid Man his way through a wall.
Yep.
Like, imagine that in the writers' meeting. Like, and what happens next? Well, Bulma will mention that Whis is training with Vegeta. That was great. And then Goku will overhear that, and then he'll want to talk to her and go to, you know, that world as well. Great. So then what happens exactly? Goku bursts through the wall.
It's like, so we have a few options for how Goku will enter the room in this scene.
Goku will burst through the wall.
A, you just, you know, you hear him from the hallway, you know, screaming what. B, he instant transmissions into the room. C, he breaks down the door. Or D, he just fucking breaks through the wall itself. And there was just a silent agreement. and it went into writing.
Exactly. It was such a beautiful, I mean, my God. And then just literally standing on the table, too, because he already broke through the wall. Why did he give a fuck about the table?
Why stop there?
Basically. And just says, so Vegeta's with Whis?
Yeah.
And then that's the lead into, our story. Though strange because, okay, so we noticed, and many I'm sure noticed, there was a gap in time, very small, but I believe a 6-month gap, because Vidal was pregnant in 15 and 16, and then once 17 comes around, the baby's here.
Yeah.
Now, here's the issue, though, in my opinion. Vegeta only trained for 6 months with Whis at this point, right? And apparently he has already achieved the form of, Super Saiyan God. Or whatever it's, whatever you want to call it. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it, the blue form is the point. He's already achieved that. Because, and if he hasn't already, then I guess he will with Goku. But still, it was very strange because look, I'm not saying we needed a 15-episode arc where they're training, right?
Yeah, it just seemed like Goku caught up way too quickly.
Goku caught up way too quickly, 1, right? And 2, Vegeta, not that he did, it's good that Vegeta took, he didn't take that long, only 6 months to catch up, because, of course, that Vegeta's going to push himself to the limit. And he's going to do anything and everything he can to get to Goku's level, right?
I mean, he was literally wearing a pink apron.
Yes, of course, yeah.
He will do anything.
Although apparently he loves the color pink. We've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when Trunks came back from the future, he wore that shirt where he wore the button down that said pink, and it was pink, and on the back it said Bad Man.
Yes. He must still have that shirt. He must.
He really, he sits there and he's like, am I a bad man today? He has to feel it, He has to feel it.
He wears it that day, and Bulma's just like, oh, you're wearing your favorite shirt today, huh? Somebody's feeling good.
Putting the shirt back.
Yeah. Oh.
My God. Yeah, just, I feel like it's just one bad man motherfucker. That's just how he has to wear. That's how he has to feel it, Yeah. But he doesn't feel it. It's whatever. It's just a shirt.
Not today.
Not today, no.
Not you wake up feeling wearing that shirt today.
Yeah. But anyway, so talking more about episode 17. No, we're gonna fucking talk about this episode, Tristan.
Okay.
It is a little weird. I mentioned earlier they incorporated some stuff from Resurrection F into these 2 episodes. Very interesting, because nothing Frieza related as of yet, but still strange in my opinion. Why they would put in Krillin giving Bulma a ticket so early. No, really, and not have it kind of just transition into the film. Just no, Krillin is still a cop, of course, but we're gonna have that scene here instead of later. I mean, I guess it sets up more fighting later on during the series.
Right.
But it was an interesting choice, I think.
Yeah, because you saw the bank robbers that you see in the movie. And I think you pointed out the line, in the movie he says, you got to stop doing this, guys. You've done this before. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if he had done it before, but then once we heard the One Piece theme on the phone, we sat back and we were like, oh no, they're trying to say that this is that scene, just with Bulma added in.
Yeah.
Which, again, confusing because it was at that point that I looked at you and I was like, wait, so is 15 and 16? Are those the filler arcs that we're going to be talking about on the next show? But then they had nothing regarding Frieza.
I do love the fact that Krillin was adamant about still giving Bulma the ticket. It's come on, you know me. It's you literally broke at least 3 laws. I mean, I know you stopped them, but that's technically my job. So, yeah. I'm going to have to give you this ticket.
Basically. I'm sitting back and thinking about it she can afford it. She could fucking afford it.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt she can afford it, but it's just
yes.
Just the fact that he stuck to his guns and no, you're getting this.
We do have to mention, though, briefly, I want to mention how fun it was to see Gohan in his Great Saiyaman outfit fighting Hercule for fun, flipping around Pan. That was cute.
Yes, that was adorable.
Like, it was scary when you realize, it was scary at first, because you're like, they're throwing a baby, and you're like, wait a minute. Gohan.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he could, he's so like Super Saiyan 2 level Gohan here. Sure, he's just up in that outfit, but it's Gohan, right? He can read chi, like he can read ki, he can read energy. And even Hercule, again, despite everything we say about Hercule, he's still trained. He's just not reliable in other ways, but he's still trained. So it was interesting to see that happen that way. It was like, oh, it was nice. And then, of course, it was so mad because the second Chi-Chi comes in and says what she says, they lose their concentration, nearly kill the baby.
Yeah. And
in
then
that
she flipped the
situation,
shit.
of course,
right.
You almost dropped her. Had you said nothing,
yeah,
we would have been just fine. The same way we've been just fine. We've been doing this for months, Mom.
Yeah.
We were good. And then you had to come in, distract us, and that's when we almost killed my daughter. When I say like that, right? Gohan kind of takes that. When I say it like that, maybe we shouldn't be playing this. Yeah,
I think you even made the joke, like, is she going to be the villain now? Because all I could think of was her just spinning around and it turning into, like, Super Sentai, and she's, like, dons the rubber suit, and she's the villain, and now holding Pan, and, like, Saiyaman and Hercule have to team up to get Pan back.
God,
I thought it was going to happen. I really did.
I show you, like, one episode of fucking Super Sentai. I show you one episode of Kamen Rider, and all of a sudden, all you can picture now is the scene change when someone flips, and then they're in a fucking, like, they're in their human form, and then they spin around, and it's like,
I blame you!
They're the monster!
It's all your fault!
Jesus Christ. What I did enjoy, though, was, and again, it's another whole, like, the little things, right? Chi-Chi takes Pan, and she jumps away. And for a second, you were like, wait, is she standing on, like, a table, or is she standing on the floor? Because there was a weird, like, difference in the camera angle and, like, the what's it called? The, like, the height difference. And you realize she's actually standing on the top of a chair. Not on top of a chair, no, on the actual arch, like, where you'd be
on
like,
the back,
where I put my back. Yeah, on the back, thank you. Standing on the back of a chair. And I sat back and thought, wow, I really enjoy that. Just showing you, like, look, even though Chi-Chi is this way, she doesn't, although I feel like someone should have called her out on it. Like, you also used to train too. But to be fair, she was more of a princess than a fighter. She learned how to fight to kick ass, but she was more of a princess than a fighter. But anyway, still though, it was interesting though that no one really called her out on it. But still, the point is, my point in the good way, right? The good thing I wanted to mention. Right. Was the fact that they let that in, like, left that in there. The ability of her being able to just stand on the back of this chair was like, wow. Like, because you forget sometimes, like, right, Chi-Chi was also a fighter. Same thing again with Hercule. You might forget that he's a fighter. But if push came to shove and the enemy was weak enough, he could fight it. And I find it very odd. Now that I think about it, I find Chi-Chi's, like, stance kind of odd. Not you're letting your child become a fighter because, it's not a good lifestyle. It's like, weren't you the one that when, Goku came back in the Buu Saga, you let Gohan exit school to train to win money for your family to, it's like, I think she just if wants your grandchild becomes family. The world champion, you're kind of loaded. It's funny. Like, I think she just no. Here's the thing. Let me say a few things. First off, she wants a better life for her family, so she wanted Gohan not to be a battle junkie because while it could have a real world application, at the same time, you see Goku coming back with bruises and shit, and it's kind of like, I don't want that for my baby, right? Right. So he wanted him to be educated. Once it turned out though that it was like, wait, we can get some money out of this. We are strapped for cash, and you are very smart. You can also, when the child grows up, pretty smart. When the child grows up, I feel like the reins are off a little bit. Yeah. Right? A little bit more than so when he was, like Goten's age. But let's also talk about something. Right now, they have money from the briefs, right, from Bulma's family. Now, to be fair, apparently Chi-Chi, quote-unquote, spent it, which is I didn't like that because I felt like Chi-Chi would be more frugal. Like, she doesn't seem like that
yeah,
kind of
no,
spender.
that seemed
But
pretty out of place to me too.
But to be fair, though, they still have, like, they can still get infinite money from Infinite Zenny from the Briefs family because the Briefs family essentially has infinite fucking Zenny at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, literally, they just have cheat codes and shit.
I mean, hell,
so,
Mr. Satan too.
Yes, so they can be. Oh, right, it was Satan who gave them the money, not the Briefs. But the Briefs can easily do that as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God, the sentence right. It was Satan that gave them the money. Need to put Mister. Need to put Mister in front of it. Makes everything smoother. Right? Just no, don't call me Mr. Satan. Please call me Beals. Mr. Satan was my father. Anyway, so but like, but seriously though, it now I think because they have the money, right? It's kind of like we don't need Pan to, let's say, become the world champion. So let her study. And also the fact that, to be fair, this is Chi-Chi's first girl in the family.
Yeah.
So it was like, all these boys that they're fighting, because she was trying for so long. I mean, it was just kind of like Gohan will study, and he will be in school, and he won't be a fighter. Mind you, he's pretty calm now, but he also had that stint as Great Saiyaman. So, you have Goten. He will grow up, he will go to school, and he will be a fighter. Right? He won't be a fighter. Goten, Mom, what's this golden thing that I have on, right? Oh, God, that's you, too.
Yeah.
So there's that, right? And now it's just like, I have a granddaughter. She is a girl. I will raise her differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, though. I never, I guess, picked up on it maybe in GT because we didn't get to see Goten a lot in GT. But you don't really, it doesn't hit you that, wow, Goten and Pan aren't that far apart.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Goten's 4. I do think that technically he's supposed to be a little bit older.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But still, they aren't. No, but it's funny, though, because the way Goten is drawn, he looks 4.
Yeah. I mean,
so
I think they're slightly taller.
Maybe now.
Yeah.
But when the Buu Saga happened, Goten looked 4.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They were 7 and 8, I believe. I think, Goten was 7,
I know
Trunks was 8.
It depends on what dub you're looking at. I think they did the same thing with Gohan, where it's like, he's Teen Gohan. Not technically, not yet. I believe when Gohan fought Cell,
11.
he was actually 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Close enough.
But anyway. Right, exactly. But anyway, so...
Pretty much.
Yeah, so pretty much. So I think that's why Chi-Chi has the stance now. It's a bit different because over time their needs have changed.
Right.
But yeah, so anyway, by the way, so I wanted to say that the best joke ever was Goku bursting through the wall, but apparently it's Goku getting a cell phone.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Goku gets a cell phone. Everyone, welcome to the 21st
Bulma finally
century.
breaks down. Yeah, it's like, here, when Whis comes back, he'll call you.
It's so interesting because what?
I don't know what I find funnier, Goku trying to use a cell phone or the fact that an intergalactic god is using a cell phone to call a mortal to say, I'm on my way.
Basically. Well, no. Whis wouldn't. Wait, no. Whis would contact Bulma differently, and then Bulma would call.
Oh,
Goku
right. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no. But don't worry. The fact that Bulma has Whis on a food leash is still hilarious, right? It's still like literally a leash made of bratwurst, just fucking sausages. It's great. No, it's fucking hilarious when you think about it. But anyway, what's interesting too is that when the show originally came out, of course, cell phones were around, but were not the way that they are now. But they didn't have the need to introduce any kind of tech other than tech that was crazy to think about, even to today's standards when you think of some of the hover cars that they have, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, no, but it's interesting in the fact that now it's, 2016, and that kind of technology isn't weird. Like the cell phone, it's actually standard. But had they introduced that in the earlier, like in 95, wait, a cell phone that you can call and go on the internet and do all this stuff, like that small, it would have been silly. Or, rather, it's not a flip phone.
Right.
That's just pure science fiction. So it's really
But,
interesting when you kind of sit back and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
That'll do it. But yeah, so very interesting stuff when you think about it. Anyway, so moving on to episode 18, because of course, again, we know that, hey, obviously the call came through.
Yes.
And the call came through. Goku is very impatient, but again, it ties into Whis telling him you are very impatient. So it did make sense. So we jump into 18. While it's fun to see a good old-fashioned training episode, sadly it was only one episode.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need elaborate training arcs, as I said it before. We don't need those.
And it's actually funny. Only about half of that episode was actually technically training. I don't think, not even half, like maybe a quarter of it. The other 3/4 of it, it was housework.
That's training when it comes to the fact that you have to be very fucking precise. No. It feels like one of those. No, here's the thing, though. I know how it sounds, but I think it was just a callback to, like, the Master Roshi milk stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like,
yeah,
we're only
definitely.
doing milk. It's like, we're only getting milk. Well, actually, you're keeping up your endurance. You're starting to fuck up, and you're working together.
Yeah. We need to change the bed sheets while Master Beerus stays asleep and hopefully doesn't kill us.
Yeah, another really good moment, too, is just Goku flying into Vegeta. It's like, come away!
Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, Goku gets...
Oh, yeah.
Was it after he had him? Beerus had his leg or something. He was still asleep, and he caught him in a leg lock, and Vegeta changed the...
It was... Yes. No,
or was it before that?
It was done so well. No, but it was done so well because he did a wrestling move on him.
Yeah.
And he had him, it was after that, and he had him in the lock. He's like, all right, shut up, Kakarot. You shut your mouth.
Right. Let me do this.
It was such a beautiful move because, like, in his sleep, he's just doing leg locks. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
How?
But yeah, I love the fact Goku gets sent flying, and the alarm clocks are, of course, the exploding egg timers floating around Beerus's bed. And Goku nearly flies into one. And instead of catching, his friend, quote unquote, or his rival, I guess more accurately, like he did when he fell from the sky in the previous episodes when he was battling Beerus. No, Vegeta kicks him literally out of the way and into a wall.
Oh my God, it was done so well.
It was.
I love that so much. Yes, so, but yeah, you're right. So if you're thinking of training in the sense of like, hardcore training that isn't just like that, it did not go on for the entire episode.
Right.
And,
but it was like you said, it was definitely a callback to like the Master Roshi type of training. It's like, this isn't really training. It's like, shut up, are your legs burning? No? Then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, and then he starts going faster. Yeah, so Whis ends up giving that speech to Goku that he gave in the movie early on, Resurrection F movie. And it was so strange because, like I've been saying, and I sound like a broken record, but it's just so accurate, way too soon.
Yeah.
I mean, way too soon. And then we see the next episode preview, and then that's why we're stopping here at episode 18, because we have some more, we have a Frieza arc coming up, even though the episode ended with more God of Destruction stuff going on.
In the background.
No shit.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to not talk about that right now.
Yeah.
We're going to have to watch through Resurrection F arc. And the next time you and I are doing a Dragon Ball show, we'll be doing Dragon Ball Super episodes X2X, 19 something.
Right. Although I am going to be excited for Frieza's theme to appear in the series. I really hope they use the theme.
I don't think they will.
Oh.
Nothing against.
You
have to understand. No, I would be pumped too. It's just that I'm assuming it's all about music rights. They bought the rights to it for the movie, not assuming that they would. I mean, they had the series already planned at that point. It was already going on at that point, to be fair. But I don't think they bought it for both because, I mean, I don't remember anything. Well, wait, Battle of Gods music didn't appear in the show.
Yeah, you're right.
No. Believe me, I'm not saying I want it to appear. I just feel like if it does, fuck yeah. But
Yeah.
I feel as if it won't.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, so we're here. Sadly, we're at the end of our show.
Oh no.
Oh,
We're
no.
at the end of our training arc. Oh.
Right, we're at the end of the training arc. We've been talking. We've been doing training. Real good talking. My throat is on fire.
Okay.
For about an hour. So for about an hour. Oh God, I can't even. It's fun. Oh good God, I'm becoming Goku. We've been doing it for about an hour.
Does that make
about
me
an
the
hour.
Vegeta then?
You don't want to be the Vegeta. Besides, you're taller than me. I feel like you have to be Goku. Also, you live in the fucking sticks compared to a city slicker like me. You're Goku and I'm Vegeta because I'm small.
Okay.
Also, if I used like the hair cement, the gel on my hair, I'd become Vegeta. Don't even. Just literally snap of my fingers, like boom, Vegeta. So anyway, again, we would like to thank everyone for listening in. Before we wrap everything up, I want to ask Tristan. Kristen, do you have anything you want to say?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
All right, so here we are. Again, thank you all for watching, for listening, as always. But if you are watching, you're probably doing it through our YouTube channel, Those Guys on the Radio. But, of course, we also have our Let's Play channel, Those Guys Play, which you can also see some of our Let's Plays on. I mean, Tristan and I have done a lot of fun Let's Plays so far, and more to come in the future. So far, you and I, Tristan, we have done the first episode that you and I did was Hot Wheels. We played Hot Wheels for the PS1, and we played Pets Crazy Monkeys for the Wii. And the next episode that you and I did, right, that was in Season 1. And then in Season 2, you and I also played Disney's Dinosaur and Red Steel. Disney's Dinosaur for the PS1, and then Red Steel for the Wii. And that was fun, right? And, of course, more on the way in Season 2. We have Season 2 still running. We also have Matt Beats Games from his childhood where I play Mega Man X. That's still going on. And some more Matt Beats games from his childhood coming out as well, and, for some other games. And, a lot of fun stuff coming up. You can also find some merchandise of ours on our Cafe Press, cafepress.com/TGOTR merchandise, TGOTR merchandise. And you can also, I mentioned you found us, you found our podcasts on YouTube by searching up Those Guys on the Radio. You can also find our social media accounts. You find our podcasts through there as well before they hit YouTube. So you can find them through our website, there we go. I found it. It's thoseguysontheradio.tumblr.com. That's what it is. My brain doesn't melt after doing 4 filler episodes of Dragon Ball Super. So it's thoseguysontheradio.tumblr.com. Our Facebook is /thoseguysontheradio. Our Twitter is @thoseguysradio. And our Instagram is /thoseguysontheradio. What's funny is I do this so many times. We nearly have 300 episodes of overall of Those Guys on the Radio. And I'll still manage to fuck that up somehow. Isn't it grand? My God. But anyway, so yes, those are all of our social media accounts, and and our merchandise, and for our YouTube accounts, I mentioned Those Guys on the Radio. I mentioned Those Guys Play, and we also have TG News. You can find TG News through our TG Productions YouTube account that I would suggest searching up through our social media, going on our social media, finding the posts there, and watching our TG News show that we do every week, Nerd News. 2 more coming up, right? 1 backlogged from last week coming up soon, and the next one coming up in a few days after that. Also want to mention, as I'm sure you can tell at this point, if we didn't mention it, if you didn't notice it already, not doing Star Wars Wednesday this week because we have Super out today, and today is a Wednesday. So, next week we might pick that back up. If not, something else anime-related. So, fun stuff. So, thank you all. Again, you guys help us grow, and you guys listen. I mean, you're listening right now. That's nuts. So, thank you all.
It's super.
And I would say get out, but we're ending the show. Also, that was funny. I'm frankly sad that I didn't get to do it.
I beat you to it this time.
You did, and it makes me sad. So
that's
night,
how
everyone.
long we've been doing this. I beat him to the pond, everyone. I beat him to the pond.
Good night on Tristan's behalf.